Hi, this is SLKJDFE from the Unity community, and this is my second tech video. I'm hoping to go through both the merchant and the crafting today. Um, well, tonight, now, yeah. I did add two new things. I'll go over those real quick, and then we'll get started on the merchants and the crafting. Let's get started. I'll go on my system controller. I added cursor X size and cursor Y size, which allows you to change your cursor. So let's say you want a really ridiculously huge cursor. So let's go and make a 64 by 64 cursor just for shites and giggles. Woo, big cursor. Anyways, back to the game. That's what that does. And then there's this. Oh, that looks the same. Nope, because now you can add and remove without having to re-add all your items. I changed it to a list to make it much more user-friendly. I'm also going to be doing that with the other items in a future update after its release. So, anyways, these are for the crafting system and the merchant when I bring them up to present them to you. Alright, let's go game object, create other cube. We're going to make it 3 meters tall. We're just going to do this. Place him right here. Actually, let's make him 2.5 meters tall, so that he's not much taller than the player. And then we're just going to rotate him around, make him right there, sounds good. Alright, then we just go component, inventory system, add inventory controller. We're going to make this guy a merchant. Here's how easy this is. Standard settings as before. We're going to make him 4x4, 4x5, whatever. We're going to call this guy Gary. Gary the merchant. Where it says item depreciation value to 80 because he's very frugal. He's a jerk. And what item depreciation does is it makes your items sell for less, and when you go to buy from him, it makes them cost more money. So we're just going to go edit his inventory. We're going to give him 3 apples for sale. We're going to make sure our apples have a value, and he's going to make them cost a lot. And then we're just going to go game object, create other cube. We're going to make this a nice 3 by 2 cube. And drop that down here, move that over here. And we're going to make this our crafting bench. Now, crafting bench works a very special way. So I'm going to create 2, and I'm going to update its list. We're going to call this bench Bernard. Bernard the workbench. Now you'll notice immediately that you see this huge list, and then there's a space, and there's another huge list. These represent the inventories. Well, not the inventories, the recipe lists. This is recipe list A, this is recipe list B. You'll notice that your inventory is 2 by 6, so we're actually going to change that to, let's make it 3 by 3 for now. Actually, no, I want to make it 2 by 2 for simplicity's sake. Update list. Much simpler, much easier. So this is every other slot is a row. So this is row 1, slot 1. This is row 1, slot 2. Row 2, slot 1. Row 2, slot 2. And then this is the output. So to make that more clear, we're going to add gun barrel here and gun barrel here. And then the output for this is going to be MP5N. And then in this recipe list, we're going to make gun barrel here and gun barrel here. Oops, don't do this. Wrong one. Dang my mouse. Okay. And gun barrel here. And then the output is going to be a bronze MP5N. And gun barrel, gun barrel, gun barrel. Remember, this is going to be on the same row horizontally. this is going to be matched up vertically. You will see when I hit play. Wait a minute, did I give the player... Yes, I started him with 100. Okay, good. We're just going to go over to this workbench. There's that. We're going to come over to the merchant. He's facing this way. I should give him some eyes. So now let's see how much this one little apple costs us. $3. That is one expensive apple. There's the apple. And I sell it for 1. That jerk. You get how that works. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 gun barrels here that we can pick up. There they are. There's 1. There's 2. We're going to go over to Bernard, and we're going to give him this one. Now remember, recipe list 1. Hold on, let me make sure recipe list 1. This way I don't confuse you guys. Recipe list... Oh, good, 6 minutes in. Alright, recipe list 1 is the same row. Recipe list 2 is vertical. So, let's go gather up our gun barrels here. Okay, if that's in there. Alrighty. And come over here. So, recipe list 1 is the same row. So let's click. Ooh, that looks like a nice gun. And place. Nothing yet. Click and place. See? Same row. Every other one does that. And there you go. So remember, every other one is the same row. And if they're in the same line, so if they're one right after the other, you're going vertical. So this allows you, the reason why I made it inventory slot specific is so you can have the same type of items, make multiple different items. If you guys ever played Minecraft, you'd see that, you'd know that their inventory list is a 3x3 grid, and when you place a stick here, and then like, let's say 3 stone here, you get a pickaxe. But when you place a stick here, and then the 3 stones in this order, you get a wood chopping axe, or a hatchet, or whatever. That is the point of that. So, saves you time, not time, but blah. Basically allows you to be more creative and not be stuck with limited items and whatnot. So, yeah, that's Tech Video 2. I will be updating this constantly. I'm going to try and do it every week or every other week if possible, with updates, adding new features and whatnot. I did manage to draw 2 more cursors for you guys, just because I was bored. Didn't want to be hanging. That blue cursor is one of them. This is the second cursor. So I open up my inventory. See? It's like a little pen. Alrighty. That should just about cover it. Goodbye.